This program contains adult language and situations which may be considered offensive to some viewers and/or children, but more likely their parents.
Piece of shit. Where the fuck is my fucking check? 'Cause it's Memorial Day! Well, guess what? Now I have to fucking drown my fucking sorrows here. We got a slice of pizza, okay? And they say that the best way to heat up a slice of pizza, is in a fucking frying pan. Yeah. So we need to drown our fucking sorrows here, and here we go. We're fucking doing it. So that's what we're gonna do here. Drown my fucking sorrows. Medium heat. Got the medium heat going. And how should I fucking do this? Oh, I know. Let's do it like this. Oh, fuck. Let me put you kitties down for a second. Hold up. Because I need two hands for this. Okay. Alright, kitties. So, we have one of these again. Yep, it's one of these. Actually, we'll take two. I'll take two hunks. You know what? I think today's gonna have to be a 3-hunk day. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Yep, that's what they say. They say that the best way to heat up a slice is to fucking put it into a put it like fry it up in a fucking frying pan. So there we go. There's my fucking, you know, green fucking butter. That's just a fucking piece of butter that was dyed with green food coloring. 'Cause that's what it is, right? It's just a green fucking piece of butter with food coloring, right? That's exactly what some people say it is. Even though they're fucking wrong. It's a green piece of butter. And we're gonna heat up this slice. We got the last slice. We got the last slice of Terminator pizza, which is just steak and chicken finger pizza with it kind of has like a garlic crust to it too. So here we go. Oh damn! I think I'm getting just from I'm getting a whiff just from smelling this shit. Dude, I'm gonna be fucked up all tonight. Oh, whoa. I'm gonna be fucked the fuck up. Now we just put a fucking extra hunk in there. Because we really need to drown our sorrows tonight. We need to drown our fucking sorrows. Because my Lovejoy check never came. And this is why I hate hate joy. Lovejoy is nothing but a piece of shit. Right, you can see it fucking bubbling under there too. Now that's dank. Now that's dank. It's gonna come out all crispy and it's not gonna taste all weedy. No, it's not gonna taste all weedy. Like when you eat your Wheaties. Gonna turn up the heat a bit. We don't want this shit burning. Cause then the whole house is gonna smell like weed. And that's the last thing we need. That's the last thing we need is fucking weed. That's the last thing we need is fucking people smelling weed, like in the halls and shit. All right. I don't really think you can get high from like just smelling it, because there's like steam and shit coming off this. I don't think you can get high. I just tried to inhale the vapors and it didn't work. So who knows? But we're gonna get fucked up tonight. You know, some people like to fucking drink. And I was never really a weed person. I still really am not. But it's, you know, I was curious one time and I was just like, oh, fuck it. I'll fucking try it. Whatever. Stole half an ounce of my dad's weed the one time. Stole half an ounce of my dad's The Pots one time. I stole half an ounce of my dad's The Pots the one time. Oh yeah. That's like that. Look at that. Look when I press on it. See how it like comes out like that? Yeah, all it's gonna do is make the fucking bottom of it crispy as hell. Look at that. It's gonna make it crispy with the weed. And no, it's not gonna taste all weedy, like when you eat your Wheaties. We had this cookout today at Family Doll Hair, and it was Dick Griffin was the chef, Chef Boyardee. All right, my phone is about to D, so now I have to go and put it on the charge. And I'll see you kitties later. Peace! All right, kitties. we're sitting here, we're making weed pizza. And right now I'm just letting the fucking pizza get all crisp underneath. There we go. And that's about it. Then I got like extra weed bought here. So what the hell are we gonna do with this? Well, I know I got some English muffins, and when you eat these, you gotta speak. You gotta start speaking like you're fucking like a fucking British guy. So you gotta be like, you gotta start speaking like you're fucking Paul McCartney or something. I don't know. Are the pots legal in England? I don't even know. I don't know if the pots are legal there. The pots. Not just is pot legal, but you gotta say is the pots, because it's plural. I guess it's like each bud is like, I guess the rule is that like each bud is like one marijuana. Alright. So I got these English muffins that we're just gonna use to soak up the extra kitties can see that there's like some extra THC bought in there. There's some extra Delta 9 tetra, what is it called? Tetra hydrocannabinol. I think that's what it stands for, THC. Delta 9. There's a lot of Delta. Now it doesn't taste weedy. It doesn't smell weedy either. But it's green. It's so dank right now. So there we go. No, doesn't taste weedy at all. Somebody once asked me, does it taste all weedy? No, it doesn't. Well, I take that back. If you sit there and eat, if you just straight up eat a piece of butter that has a straight up piece of weed butter, you just eat, like pop it in your mouth, it does taste a little weedy, but if you use this butter to, like for like cooking, you can't even tell. You can't tell. And oh good. Oh shit. Alright. Maybe I should have made it 2 fucking English muffins. Because I already soaked up all the pots butter. Now, that's what I should start doing. Yes, I am eating a fucking English muffin with the Potts butter on it. 'Cause I'm such a fucking mess, right? Alright. So, there's that. So you know what I'm going to start doing? And, you know, take this as a joke because, and we know law enforcement watches my videos. I should start luring women back to my home and be like, hey, you want a cookie? Hey, you want a cookie? And she's like, oh, sure, why not? But little does she know that I put the Potts butter in it. And then she's like, really sitting around watching a fucking movie or something. And all of a sudden she's all fucking dazed and confused. Been dazed and confused for so many days. You know. She'd be all dazed and confused. And then that's when I take advantage of the situation. I could be like the white Bill Cosby with no money. Alright. I could be like the white Bill Cosby. Alright. So, the topic of the day. Oh my god. That is so fucking good. The best way to heat up a pizza, like if you buy a pizza and you save it and it gets cold, best way in a frying pan. Put some butter in it. You don't even have to be weed butter. I'll put butter in the pan and just fucking fry the pizza. You hear that crunch? That's what happened. Listen. Oh my god. You know, everyone has their, like, fucking vice. You know what I'm saying? My fucking uncle likes his drinking. He also likes to sniff glue out of a paper bag. My rich uncle likes to fucking work all day. Making somebody else money. My mom likes her cigarettes. Her Newport non-menthol cigarettes. Because I can't smoke menthols. Black people smoke them. She also likes her fucking, what do you call it? The fucking pain pills. Yeah, she's one of those. Like, she will literally sit there. Oh, my fucking pain pills are out. I call up Rite Aid. Gotta call up fucking Walgreens on fucking Harlem. Why that place? Oh, I know, because she doesn't want to go to the black neighborhoods to go do anything. Yeah. You know, she acts just like a fucking black person. She's from Lovejoy. What do you expect? Oh, shit. But, oh, I can't go to fucking... I can't go to fucking Walgreens on Broadway. Black people go there. That's the black Walgreens. I gotta go to the white Walgreens. I mean, here's the thing. If you want to go to... Here's the thing. If you don't want to fucking shop in Lovejoy, why fucking move there? I don't know. Oh, I can't go to the Rite Aid on Lovejoy. They speak Spanish in there. I can't go to the fucking McDonald's on fucking Genesee and Bailey. Black people work there. I gotta go all the way out to the one in fucking South Buffalo to get McDonald's. Oh, and I can't use the drive-thru either. Because they fuck you over at the drive-thru. Yeah. That's not conspiracy. My mom, here, you know what my mom actually said? And this is so fucking stupid. You ready for this piece of fucking knowledge that she imparted on me a couple of years ago? You ready for this piece of stupidity? Here we go. My mom thinks that when you go through a drive-thru at McDonald's, the people in the excuse me. You pull up to the fucking speaker or whatever with the menu and shit. And you tell them your order, like, welcome to McDonald's, what do you want? She thinks that the person taking your order isn't actually in McDonald's. She thinks that what happens is a person that takes your order is like all the way out in like India. They're taking your order and then they forward it back to the fucking McDonald's here that you're at. Meanwhile, I could walk inside the McDonald's and I could see some fucking big black girl with fucking big fucking ghetto braids with a fucking headset on. Well, McDonald's, how can I take your order? Yeah, it doesn't go to fucking India, ya fucking retard. You know what? I don't think for that kind of job, they could really outsource. It wouldn't be worth it. You know, for that kind of shit, you might as well just install a fucking touchscreen thing. So all you gotta do is pull up to a fucking thing there, put your order in, you know, on a fucking screen, and, you know, get it at the fucking window. Oh shit. I had some good pizza. I gotta remember to order from there again. Desi's, I think it's on Clinton. And, fucking good. Highly recommended. Desi's on Clinton. I've never fucking ordered from there before. But I did recently, and I'm impressed. It's just one minor complaint, though, with them. I don't know if it's because I ordered, like, the fucking garlic crust or something, but, man, the crust gets all over. It's like crumbs. It's just all over the fucking place. Work on it. But other than that, it's really fucking good. But it's probably better than most of the pizza around here. Yeah, I'm saying that. Alright. So, oh shit. So today I worked from 9 o'clock in the morning to about 6 o'clock at night. Okay? And I went, because what happened was they were having a cookout at Family Doll Hair. They had a cookout today. Hot dogs, hamburgers, it was all free pop and shit. Even though I don't drink pop, I don't eat hot dogs. Because, the hot dogs were like chicken and pork hot dogs. Ew. And I guess this little kid came in. I guess he was Muslim. It was like a little black boy. And a couple kids that came. He was like, "What are the hot dogs made of?" "Oh, I can't eat pork." Like, okay. There's like a couple kids that came by like that. Like, "I can't eat pork." Okay, well, guess what? No fucking hot dog for you. Okay? But anyway, because he's probably fucking Muslim or something, or he was like a black Jew or something. I don't know. Which is fucking strange, because isn't Eric Katz Jewish? I saw him eating a fucking hot dog with the chicken and the pork mixed. Jewish people can't eat pork. Which I think is weird. I don't know, I think Eric Katz is Jewish. Cat, that's a fucking Jewish name. That's Jewish and a half right there. Just a very Jewy name, I guess. Jewy name. Maybe he's like one of those O'Brien Jewish people. It's like, yeah, I just call myself Jewish. I don't actually do anything Jewish. I just, because my dad has this friend Brian who's Jewish, I guess. But he's not like a real strict Jew. I don't think he is. I don't think he's like a really, real strong Jewish. I don't think he really follows the Jewish thing too far. He's like my dad when it comes to being Jewish, He's like my dad considers himself Catholic, but he never goes to fucking church. He's like one of those. He's just like, oh, I believe in God, just in case. You know what I'm saying? He's like one of those guys. And it's a weird thing to say something like that. Oh, I believe in God, just in case. Because what the fuck would happen if my dad died and he finds out that, let's say he dies, that it's not God judging him, but it's somebody like Odin, or it's like Zeus or something. Oh, shit. I've been worshipping the wrong fucking God. Just in case. Oh, God. And not to get off topic either, but... And I don't want to sound like a negative person, but... It's so... Ever notice how weird it sounds when people like grandmothers die, or just loved ones die, and people are always like, well, they're in a better place right now. What the fuck does that mean? Seriously, I know it means that they're in heaven, but think about it for a second. How the fuck do you know that whoever that died is actually in heaven? Could it ever have occurred to you that maybe that person may have went to hell? I don't want to sound... No, seriously, though. I don't want to fucking sound negative here, but I'm trying to be a realistic son of a bitch here. Okay? Gravy, what are you doing? No, seriously, though. Whatever, it just bothers me that when people say shit like that. Oh, she's in a better... Like my grandmother. Oh, yeah, don't worry, she's in a better place. Have you... Like, I always think it's like... How the fuck do you know? Like, how the fuck do I know that my grandmother didn't go to fucking hell? No, I'm not being negative here. I'm just saying, it's like... I would never know. We're just assuming that she went to fucking heaven. You know what I'm saying? This is the kind of shit I think about all the fucking time. How the fuck do you know that she's not burning in fucking... I don't know. Tartarus. I don't fucking know. I the fuck do we know? She might be in fucking Greek heaven right now. Hanging out with fucking Poseidon and fucking Zeus. Or she could be in fucking Valhalla with the Norse men. With fucking Freya and Frigg and Odin and Thor. And whoever else. The Aesir and the Vanir or whatever the fuck they think. I'm just thinking, it's like, they could be up in their heaven, but then again, they could also be down below. How the fuck do we know that my grandma's not hanging out with fucking Hades right now. It makes no fucking sense. It's like we always assume that people always go to heaven. But if people always go to heaven, then there must be no hell. You know what I'm saying? I don't fucking know. Because you're always gonna assume that they're going to heaven. You always gotta feel positive. But what if like my grandmother went to hell, but I went to fucking heaven? I'm gonna be looking around that fucking heaven for a lifetime, for eternity, looking for my fucking grandma. She's not there. They have to go up to God and say, "Hey, where's my grandma?" I said, "I sent her to fucking hell." Did what? But we always said that she would be in a better place, and like, oh, my thought of the fucking day. I know it sounds negative, but what the fuck? I try to make people think. Think about how stupid this kind of shit is. Oh, hi gravy. So today we had a fucking cookout. And we had hot dogs, hamburgers. It was all free. Hot dogs, hamburgers, free pop, free bottled water. And Dick Griffin was actually the chef of the evening, or the chef of the day. I worked 9 to 6 today. You know what? I actually like working the days like that. I wish Eric would put me on more days. Seriously though. I think I prefer the day shift over what I usually worked at, 4 to 10. I hate going home at night. I mean, I'll do it, but I hate going out at night. I hate having to go from fucking ghetto to ghetto in the middle of the night. I don't know. I'm just gonna be grateful, I guess. But you know what? He watches the videos. I wouldn't mind having more fucking, days like I had today. That was all right. I would actually probably prefer days. But if he's gonna do that thing where it's gonna be okay, some days you're gonna work 4 to 10, and some you're gonna work whatever 10 to fucking 3. I don't know. He has to make it so he has to do it where I get a little fucking break in between those days, because I don't think I could ever go from a night shift to a fucking day shift like right after each other. That would fuck me up. It really would. Because think about it. I come home, I'm already fucking tired after my fucking night shift. I'm tired. Like, sometimes sometimes I'll do a video. I don't even want to do a fucking video. Okay? I don't even want to do a fucking video. People are like, well, these your job is interfering with your videos. It's like, I kind of get it, because sometimes I'll come home, I'm all like I'm beat to hell. It's already late. I'm not one of those people that stay up all night a lot. I don't do that a lot. I don't like it. Oh shit. Oh shit. I don't like what the fuck? What the fuck was that? I thought I just saw some fucking thing fly by. A fucking yellow jacket or something. I don't fucking know. I thought I just saw something flying around. Hope it's not a fucking yellow. I hate those fucking yellow. You know what? The yellow jackets, surprisingly, the yellow jackets at the fucking cookout today weren't that bad. There wasn't a lot. I probably saw like one today. That's one too many. I fucking hate yellow jackets. I really do. I really fucking do. I hate those fucks. They're like aggressive and they just like fucking fly around and they fucking chase you and shit, and I hate them. I fucking hate those things with passion. Come here, Gravy. I hate. Oh, you know what I was fucking seeing? I have this like piece of glass that's like over there, and like when I move my arm and shit, like I see the reflection of my hand in this fucking glass. And that's why and then, like sometimes I'll just see it now, like I thought I just saw something fly by, you know? Ugh. That's what I'm fucking seeing. But yeah, so we had hot dogs, hamburgers. Oh shit. We had hot dogs and hamburgers and shit like that. Me and Dick Griffin talking. Dick Griffin's a good guy. Dick Griffin needs a fucking promotion. And I know the king of the dicks watches my videos. He needs a fucking promotion. That Dick Griffin. Dick Griffin needs to be the head dick. Oh, he needs to be the big dick over there. Oh, God. He needs to be the big dick. You know? And like I kept saying, what was I kept saying? Oh, he kept calling the hot dogs meat whistles. What? I don't know what that means. I've never heard of that. And then I kept saying, oh, we gotta put some more meat whistles on. And he kept fucking cracking up every time I said it. Meat whistles. You gotta put more meat whistles on the grill. Meat whistles. What the fuck are? Okay, let's write that down. Let's write that down. What are fucking meat whistles? Hold on. Is it? Oh my God. A meat whistle. It's a fucking fish, I think. That's what it keeps saying. Urban Dictionary, meat whistle. A dick. Particularly a dick being sucked. Okay. So he's calling hot dogs dicks now. Wouldn't it technically mean that Dick Griffin is a meat whistle himself? Okay? It'd be like Meat Whistle Griffin. Here we go. Meat whistle. A whistle that is made of meat. Generally penile meat that has a musical tune played on it, such as Knick-Knack, Paddywhack, typically by a woman. Although the meat whistle usually belongs to the male, it sometimes belongs to the transgender female. Okay? The tune can still be played on the transgender. However, that would, in most circumstances, mean that the tune player would be gay or really butch, although still in female form. And then an example, look here, you filthy bitch. Play me a tune on my meat whistle before I choke you until you die. Damn. Meat whistle, a term referring to the male human penis. Meat whistle, a penis, something to be put in the mouth and blown on. A tasty treat women enjoy eating. What is that like? Oh yeah, it's like the skin flute. Okay, cool. So he keeps calling these fucking hot dogs meat whistles. And yeah. And oh, you want to know what the funniest Urban Dictionary definition is? And I swear I didn't even put this on. I didn't submit it or anything. Let's see if it's even still here. Let's see if it's still here. Here we go. Fourth definition of natty ice. I swear I did not write this, but this is just so fucking funny. I want to know who wrote this fucking thing. Okay? Alright. You ready for this definition of natty ice? On Urban Dictionary. It's the fourth entry here. Natty ice. A pint of absolute heaven. Will you get hammered in $3 or less? Consumption leads to things like shotgunning, streaking, and this is the best part. Because it's fucking true. This next part is funny because it's true. And having sex with Katie. Okay, I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done. Because the protected party loved fucking natty ice. And I don't know who fucking put this on here for this entry, but they deserve some kind of reward for this one. Let's put this on Facebook, shall we? Let's put this on fucking Facebook. Let's share it. Okay? Contacting Facebook. Oh, come on. Oh, how the fuck do I do this? Oh, well. But the protected party used to always fucking love natty ice. Everything it is. What natty ice? Let's get some natty ice. 'Cause it's cheap. And it gets you fucked up. All right. That is like the best definition right here. Oof. That's like the best fucking definition right there. Where it said something about Katie having sex with Katie. That's what they would do. Her and Tamazuki would sit there and fuck while they all both got drunk on natty ices. That was their big thing. So so what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Dick Griffin. He was doing the cookout and kept saying that the hot dogs were meat whistles. Okay, and that was about it. What else do you want me to say? So, oh, there was something else I want to talk about too. The funniest thing that happened at Family Dollar happened yesterday. Okay, it happened. What's today? Well, it happened on fucking Friday the 25th. Okay. And this is what happened. You ready? You ready for this one? So we're sitting around Family Doll Hair. And why do I keep saying doll hair? It's like doll hair tree, doll hair general. What about doll hair Rama? That's like the Canadian equivalent of like Family Doll Hair. It's called Dollarama. There's like a Canadian dollar store. It's called Dollarama. So we're sitting around Family Doll Hair, and okay, so like this group of like, oh shit, this group of like 5 people come in, and these 5 people were like completely like white trash. These guys were like white trash squared. Okay, these are like like Lovejoy would be like, get these fucking white trash out of my fucking neighborhood. Okay? And yeah, they came into the store and it was they come in the store and oh shit. They all come in the store. There's like all these fucking like the absolute trashiest people just came in the store yesterday, right? And Eric Katz saw these people, and he was like, these are like complete trailer trash that walked in. And Eric Katz saw these people. They were like, he like all his face said it all. He was just like, I'm like, what's the problem? He's like, he waited until no one was around. He's like, they're setting white people back by 50 years. I was like, I know exactly what you fucking mean. You know, I'm not like racist. You know, but I understand what he meant by that. It's like, if you want to, you know, you can have, you know, you can have like trashy black people as well. You have trashy blacks and trashy whatever. You know, if you want to be fucking white, if you want to be white, like, okay, that makes no fucking sense, but you know what I mean. If you're gonna be white, then act like a fucking human. Don't be coming in. I don't care if it's family doll hair. Come in there wearing a fucking suit or something, you know? Wear a fucking suit to dollar family doll hair, you know? Wear a fucking suit. Wear a suit and wear a tie. Wear a fucking bow tie, okay? Don't be coming in with your fucking... I don't know. I can't even remember what these people look like. Don't be coming in here with like 3 teeth. You know, if you fucking have to, get fucking fake teeth or something just to come in. You know, the family doll hair. Oh, let's see what happened with Al Doucheburger. Let's see what happened with Al Doucheburger. Hold on. Oh, this is gonna be a fucking video. Yeah. I know what Al Dershberger. Al Dershberger.
Here, an investigation into the county's response to rape allegations against former Social Services Commissioner Al Dershberger could begin soon.
Lawmakers have picked an attorney to conduct that independent inquiry. News 4's Chris Servatos is here. He looked into the roadblocks this investigation might hit. Chris?
Hold on, the legislature just made it official, selecting the Lemire law firm out of New York City to conduct this independent investigation. This is an idea and a firm that had bipartisan support in the legislature.
It's important that we, as a governmental body, look at our practices, look at who knew something or whether or not there was anybody that was aware of things going on.
Jeez, he fucking coughs.
Something as severe as this happens, or allegedly happens, right? You need to look into it.
Al Dershberger was the commissioner of Erie County's Department of Social Services in early December when he was at a work-related conference in Albany. He was accused of raping one of his subordinate employees and has since resigned.
What did the county executive know? When did he know it?
After Dershberger was charged, Republican Erie County Controller Stefan Mihailu asked the legislature to appoint a special counsel to investigate the matter. Today at their meeting, the legislature picked the Lemire law firm to do just that.
If you have nothing to hide, you should cooperate with this special counsel. And I absolutely positively do believe that the legislature should use their subpoena power if county employees refuse to meet.
Might that happen? Today, conservative legislator Joe Larigo and Democratic legislator John Russo both said they were confident in the special counsel's ability to get people to talk. But if not, what would the Democratic-controlled legislature do?
You use subpoena power. That's a strong term. And who can you talk to, and you know who you can't talk to because of the other litigations going on. If we need to go there, we're going to do what we need to do to protect the people of Erie County.
County Executive Mark Poloncarz declined to comment on this today, but in the past, his spokesman has told us he's fine with the idea of a special counsel. There is no timetable on this firm's investigation. Dershberger, meanwhile, still awaiting trial later this year on rape and criminal sex act charges. Chris Servatos, News 4.
Oh, shit. So I actually know that guy, Al Dershberger guy, because he used to work for Gateway Longview a while back. Ugh. This Al Dershberger guy, he was actually at one point my county workers like supervisor. He was like the big man over there, and then I guess he got caught. I don't know what the fuck happened, but he went on some thing, and some woman fucking said he raped her or something. Boomerang Island. That's racist. Ooh. That's racist. Why does it have to be boomerang? Because the Australians use boomerangs. What if it was like the fucking birds of Africa? What would it be called? Like the fried chicken fucking island or something? Alright. So, any other stories gonna tell? Any other ones? Not really. Well, I did get some mail. I got a mail from one of my jail homies. I didn't even read this yet. But, we're gonna see what it says right here. Alright, we're gonna see what this says. And, yeah. So here we go. Oh, shit. It's like stuck together. Oh, shit. You ready for this one? Let's see what he wrote this time. Alright, let's see here. I want to tell you thank you for reaching out to me. Thank you for keeping in touch with me. For real, Michael, thank you. And that really, really means a lot to me. You are a great person, a great friend. Thank you. Every time I get a letter from you, I smile. I have told the guy here with me that I teach. Hold on. I have told the guy here with me that I teach the Bible to something. Something things about teach the Bible and good things about you. He thinks you're an awesome person. Who is this guy he's talking about? A great friend. When I get a letter from you, it lifts my spirit, it makes me happy, and I say, wow, God, thank you for a friend. Like Michael Constantine. Okay, so today is Wednesday, May 23rd. Okay, so he wrote this the 23rd, and now it's 26th. Let's see, Wednesday, May 23rd. I just got your letter 1 hour ago, and I'm writing a letter back out. Say, every time you send me a letter, I will respond the same day. Okay, so there is 4 lows around me. Okay, so he's talking about like a low security prison, I guess he's saying. Okay, so there's 4 lows around me. Around you. You live in like fucking Buffalo. I hardly think New Jersey is around you. Okay. Okay, cool. Do me one last favor. What is the inmate count at all 4? Like at the camp in McKean, there are only 200 to 225 inmates. It's not that much. I don't know how many inmates are in the medium McKean. Oh, the medium security McKean. I guess there's like a main prison, and then there's like this little ass like camp thing. which is low security, and I guess he has email or something. McKean, I only know how many people are at the camp. Also, do me a favor, see how far all of them are from Buffalo. Okay, and for example, McKean Camp is 1 hour and 30 to 40 minutes from, that's it? McKean Camp. Oh, that's not that far. So my MapQuest the times for all 4 lows for me. Please, I know all 4 are going to be more than 2 hours from Buffalo, New York. So do these 2 things for me. And how are you? What is new? How is work going? And I can't read what he says. Okay. I am okay. Also, do me one more big favor. Please, I need you to reach out to someone for me, please. Her name is, I'm not going to say the name. Her phone number is, I'm not going to say the name. Tell her I am no longer downtown at the Erie County Holding Center. I am in a PA in McKean Camp. I don't really feel comfortable contacting her. Cause I don't know if this is somebody that has what do you call it, a restraining order or something. I don't really want to get involved in that. I don't know if I really tell her I am okay. I will write her as soon as you send me her new address. You know what? I can probably just find her new fucking address on fucking something. I don't know. On fucking White Pages or something. Tell her I am okay. I will write her as soon as you send me her new address. And tell her I hope all is well, and I hope for her and the baby are okay. She's a friend of mine, Michael. Tell her I just need her address so I can write her. Remember the street and area, but not the address. Get me the full address, street, address, city, and zip code, please, and thank you. So Michael, get back to me ASAP. Also, okay. Also, this woman's a sweetheart. Will not be mad at you for reaching out to her for me. She'll be really happy that you did that for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will be waiting. Okay. So, I don't know if I'm real comfortable with that, you know. I don't know if I'm going to be real comfortable, like, contacting somebody like that, you know. I could get them, like, the distances from, you know, I'll probably just do something like this. This is what I'll probably do. Probably just put in each fucking address, like from the Erie County Holding Center. I mean, that's what I'm probably gonna do. Oh man. See, I can do this. Oh man. Oh, let's see here. Let's look at what this girl looks like. No. She doesn't look bad. That's even her. All right. Let's see here. He doesn't have a fucking Facebook? Hold up. Yeah, I don't know if I want to get involved in something like that. It's kind of a weird situation here. So, I don't know. Pretty much what he wants me to contact this chick. He gave me her phone number, and I mean, it's like he gave me her phone. Why don't you just call her? That's what I don't understand. She's a manager at Family Doll Hair. What? Oh, never mind. It's a different chick in Mississippi. So she's like, there's another chick with the same name in Mississippi that that's a manager. She's like the Eric Katz of Mississippi. Hi, Gravy. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm really comfortable doing that. I don't know. Like, I just don't know. Like, I'd rather not get involved, to be honest. Like, oh man. So, meet Hwhistles. I'm not even high yet. Oh, it's gonna get weird. It's gonna get weird once I start getting high on Right now I'm just like tired. It's gonna get fucking weird. Because getting high is weird. It's surreal. Everything feels all surreal. Like I'll be like looking at Facebook and I'll just be like, what the fuck is going on? Like I wouldn't be able to like pay attention at all to anything and watch what's gonna happen. Like I don't know, I'll just start zoning out. That's what happens when you're on the pots. Like for me, I just feel like I'm just zoning out. Like I'll start playing video games or something, and it's just like I'll be playing. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'll just like stop. I'll just like stop there. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed? It's like I was playing that Zelda game, right? And there was like, in order to get to this one dungeon, like you had to go through like this really dark part, like this really dark maze or something, and I couldn't do it while I was high because I would just get like, I would be like really confused, you know. That's still, you know, like the best thing is you just fucking get high, right? And you don't try too hard. Okay, that's the main thing here. You just don't try hard at all at anything. That's pretty much the way you. That's pretty much what I always say. You know, you want to get high. Don't try to play video games while you're high because it's not gonna work. It's, you know, you just fuck up all the fucking time. Like you won't even know what to fucking do. I'll get high, right? And I'll put on like a game or something. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like I wouldn't be able to like do anything in the game because like I can't even think right, you know. So the one thing I want to try to do is fucking get really fucking high one day. Hopefully it's like one of those days where I have a couple days off in a row. Because that's fucked up. Like, you'll feel it. Like, I won't feel it. I only felt it once. Like, for like 3 days after. Because then again, I used maybe like half a stick of butter with a fucking half ounce of weed. So it was pretty much just pure concentrated. It was pretty much half an ounce of THC packed into a half a stick of fucking butter. Oh my god, that was intense. That's when you start seeing Buddha and shit. That's when you start seeing fucking Buddha. Buddha. That's when you start. That's when you start. You know, you'll be trying to speak out loud, right? And then you will be just like, "What the fuck did I just say?" There'll be like a delay from like when you actually spoke. It's really fucking weird. It's like it makes you feel like you're like. It makes you feel like you're like 20 seconds in the fucking past. Cause you'll be like, okay, I just said, like I can get high and I'll like call out for gravy, but then I won't even realize I called out for gravy until like 20 seconds later. It's like I'm starting to think that one time. I'm starting to think that one time, you know, because I always make fun of Eugene. There's this whole thing where I said something stupid. Like I said, remember when they used to make video games out of wood? And he was just sitting there playing some game. I don't even fucking remember. But he was sitting there playing some game, and I said, remember, I just said it for like no reason. Remember when they used to make video games out of wood? What the fuck does that even mean? Anyway, I don't even know. But, remember when they used to make video games out of wood, and then all of a sudden, I'm just like, I said that, right? And then it's like 10 fucking seconds later, he starts laughing about it. And I'm starting to wonder if he was on the pots, if he just smoked a joint before he, you know, earlier that day. That's why he fucking laughed like that. Because I said, remember when we used to make video games out of wood? He was just fucking playing. Like that. So like, remember we used to make video games out of wood? I'm like, what the fuck what the fuck are you laughing? Cause that's what you said. I'm like, what? Why'd you laugh like 10 seconds later? And he's like, oh, I just realized what you said. It's like that one time. It's like that one time when me, Baloney Arm, and Baloney Arm's fucking brother were sitting around, and, you know, his brother was like, hey, eat the Spam, it's real. And like, I didn't fucking say anything. And then like 10 seconds later, Baloney Arm was like, like that, like, what the fuck was that? It's like, I just realized what fucking Simon just said. Eat the Spam, it's real. I don't know. Ugh. Eat the fucking Spam, it's real. Ow. Oh shit. Adult Swim on the green? Oh, what the fuck is this? Hold the fuck on. What is this? This looks interesting. Oh, what the fuck is this? Hold up. All right. It's pretty much they show Adult Swim cartoons at Canal Side, it looks like. Ooh. Alright. Oh shit. Who put up some new videos on YouTube? Anyone? No Cinemassacre. Oh shit. Alright. Let's look at this guy. What does RGT85 have to say?
What do you have to offer?
When you have something to trade, everybody wins.
Oh, hold up. I just noticed
With
this.
E3 just around the...
Hold on, let's stop the video for a second. This is big. This is fucking big. I got a new subscriber, but it's not just any new subscriber. I actually have Silvermania subscribed to me now. Yeah. If you don't know who that is, his name is Justin Silverman. And he was actually the guy that was at Nickel City Convention with Angry Video Game Nerd. He was like the big guy there. He was a guy that I don't know. Oh, that was the the Sunday that I went. I didn't actually tape that. But yeah, if you look on that video when I'm in front of the James Rolfe, there's another guy that's sitting there. Well, he's a YouTuber as well, and he's like on a couple of the James Rolfe videos. Like I think he was like he was oh my god, they did some fucking review right before they went to Nickel City Con. What the fuck did they review again? I forget. It was some fucking movie. No, it wasn't Ready Player One. Oh, now this is gonna bother me. This is gonna fucking... Oh, they reviewed Deadpool 2. Actually, yeah, here we are. Justin was on the Ready Player One, and it looks like he was on the Rampage one as well. Okay, that makes sense.
With E3 just around the corner, we definitely need to be spotlighting companies and what we need to see at E3 from these companies. Obviously, E3 is going to be a huge event, as it always is. We find out about new games, new hardware, new technology, all sorts of stuff in the world of video games. It's definitely a great time to be a video gamer when the month of June rolls around, because you're going to be learning about stuff you're going to play later this year or in the subsequent years coming up. And a few weeks ago on the channel, I did a video talking about Xbox and what I wanted to see from the Xbox and Microsoft brand at E3. And I said I was going to follow it up with a Sony and Nintendo video. And a lot of you guys have been hitting me up and saying, hey, where's the Sony and Nintendo part? Because, I don't know, I kind of forgot to do it. But we are rectifying our wrongs. We are righting the wrongs today on the channel. Because today on the channel, we're going to talk about Sony. I think Sony is in a pretty interesting spot when it comes to E3 2018. We know some things about them, but there's a lot of things we don't know. And there's one big wild card that I think could really sort of change the way Sony does things. So what does Sony need to do for the PlayStation brand at E3 2018? What things do I want to see, and what is the big wild card for them at this event? Sit back, relax, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about Sony and PlayStation at E3 2018 and what I want to see them do.
Hey, RGT85. Hey, Sean.
Oh my god, it's Stevie Richards!
Oh my god, it's
the top-selling system of this generation gaming right now. The PS4 has sold X versus the PS4. So going into E3 2018, Sony is probably the hottest brand in gaming right now. The PS4 has sold exponentially well. It is the top-selling system of this generation, and I don't think anyone is going to catch up to it. Maybe the Nintendo Switch, but it's sort of a different market when you really look at it as far as the Nintendo Switch versus the PS4. Sony has a commanding lead over the Xbox One, and I do not foresee the Xbox One ever catching up. So sometimes when companies get in first place or whatever you would say, they kind of get a bit complacent, and we're not really seeing that with Sony. They are still taking risks. They are still doing some interesting things. But for E3 2018, one of the things is that it's kind of, we know what to expect. I don't know that there's going to be many surprises. Obviously, a game that we're going to see at E3 2018 from Sony is a game that's very highly anticipated, a game that a lot of people love the first one, and they are really looking forward to playing the second one. And that, of course, The Last of Us 2. The Last of Us really just sort of became this huge phenomenon. A lot of people thought that it was just going to be sort of compared to Uncharted, but I guess the storytelling in the game really connected with people. Me personally, I thought the game was very good. I don't think it's one of the best games of all time, but I know a lot of people do think that, and that's totally cool. So I understand why they're looking forward to The Last of Us 2, and personally, I'm looking forward to The Last of Us 2. There were definitely elements of The Last of Us that I really, really loved, and I want to see those elements expanded on. Obviously, it's going to be another very heavy, story-driven cinematic experience, sort of like we saw in the first game, but the gameplay in the game was very solid for what it was. So I would like to see an expansion of The Last of Us 2, expanding the story and the universe. I think there's a lot of things that they can do with The Last of Us 2. Obviously, it's going with a darker storytelling than we saw in the first game. The first game had some dark elements, but everything we've seen from The Last of Us 2 has been really dark and really gloomy, but I like that. I think more games need to take a more, edge to them and have sort of a stance where it's like, video games are a medium for everyone, and I feel like The Last of Us 2 is definitely going to be that game, that sort of mature experience experience that sort of rivals cinema and whatnot. So I'm definitely curious to see more of The Last of Us 2. One game I'm not looking forward to seeing is Spider-Man on the PS4. And you might be saying to yourself, RGT, why aren't you looking forward to seeing Spider-Man? It's obvious that we will see Spider-Man as it is a fall release for the PS4. But honestly, I'm just sick and tired of seeing this game. I want to go ahead and play the game already. We've seen Spider-Man at so many E3s now. It's like, what more do you really have to show off? I think E3 2017, they showed off plenty of Spider-Man. We saw tons of Spider-Man, and it was great. Everything we saw looked really good. Very cinematic, very gorgeous visuals, and just a really awesome looking Spider-Man experience. Definitely sort of brings me back to that Spider-Man 2 era of Spider-Man games. That was actually my favorite Spider-Man game, but it looks like they sort of melded in the combat from the Batman Arkham series, which just is amazing, you know, slinging your webs around New York City as Spider-Man and stuff like that. Like, I think it's just going to be an awesome game, but I'm just so sick and tired of seeing it. I want it in my hands. Another game that we're going to see from them, of course, is Days End, and that's a game that, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that game. I'm sort of over the whole zombie thing, and, you know, with games like State of Decay 2 coming out in such a broken and buggy state on the online aspect of things, I've just played so many zombie survival games. It's just like, can this really offer me anything? Now, this game has obviously been delayed a bit, so maybe they are trying to do some things different with it, but it's not coming out until 2019. Once again, I'm sure we will see it, but I don't really want to see it. Now, there are other games that I presume Sony will show off at this event, but when you think about it, Sony's been pretty quiet about their first-party lineup. Beyond the games that we already know, it's sort of a mystery as far as first-party titles for the Sony platform, the PlayStation 4. Like, what else is there coming out that we don't already know about? What are the games for 2019 and beyond? Is Spider-Man the big game for fall 2018 from the first-party studio? Are you going to rely on third-party companies? Because there definitely are a lot of awesome third-party games that are coming out in the fall of 2018, and games that have a wide range of appeal. Of course, a new Call of Duty, a new Battlefield. You'll have a Madden. You'll have all sorts of games like that. But I want to see some more IPs from Sony, first-party IPs, you know, something to sort of, you know, hold people over until some of these bigger games come out. Now, one thing that's sort of a question mark with Sony's E3 for me is what they're going to do with VR, because VR has been a very polarizing thing, in my opinion. I'm not a fan of VR gaming. I'm a fan of VR experiences, but I see a market for PlayStation VR that definitely exists, but I don't think it caught on quite as well as Sony wanted it to. Sales figures for the platform have been kind of quiet, and considering the system itself has sold over 80 million, I think last I heard it was like over 2 million PlayStation VR sold, so obviously the mass market isn't really gravitating towards this. So what are we doing with it? There's been a lot of third-party games that have been coming out, but as far as, once again, first-party Sony titles and really big gaming experiences, something to sort of draw in actual gamers who want to experience VR, there really hasn't been much in that. And it seems like Sony is kind of forgetting about it. And the only reason I say that is because remember the PlayStation Move? That was supposed to be the next big thing in gaming. It was essentially PlayStation 3's answer to the Wiimote, and then it sort of fizzled out. And I'm afraid that PlayStation VR might be really having that sort of same fate. And that would be a shame in my opinion, because I think it has a lot of potential. I think it's just untapped potential. Maybe the technology isn't quite there yet for these full-on gaming experiences, but it'll be interesting to see what happens with, of course, PlayStation VR. Another question mark is the handheld thing. Obviously, the Vita is on its last legs. Are we going to get any sort of tease about a subsequent successor to the PlayStation Vita, or are we just going to let that horse die and, you know, look towards the future of portable gaming? Sony themselves have said they have been looking into different things with portability. Obviously, with the success of the Nintendo Switch, portability is something that you have to factor in. You have to put that into account and take that into account. And the final thing is the wild card. And the wild card is going to be very interesting to me because I don't know anything about this game. Even though I've seen a ton of footage of the game, we still know nothing about this game. And that is Death Stranding. Obviously, Death Stranding is going to be at E3 once again. And a ton of people are hyped for the game. But I always ask them, what exactly are you hyped about? Like, the story looks interesting. Like, you can't say anything beyond the word interesting because it's just sort of all over the place. It's definitely a Kojima story that's very over the top and very sci-fi and stuff. We've seen tons of footage of cinematics and stuff, but I don't think we've actually seen. What is this? What is this game all about? When is this game coming out? How far along in development is it? What gameplay system is it? What sort of online aspect is there going to be in it? I think Death Stranding might be the biggest wild card overall at E3 2018. And I think that there's going to be a lot of negative feedback unless they show some actual gameplay. Allow people to get hands-on with this game. Allow journalists and people on the E3 show floor to check out this game because it's been a long time coming. Sony has been doing that this generation. If there's one thing you've noticed, they're sort of dragging their feet when it comes to their big first-party games. Games like God of War and Spider-Man. God of War finally just came out. How many times do we see that at E3? Spider-Man still won't be out at E3 2018. It won't be out till this fall, so this is the last hurrah for Spider-Man at E3. I definitely want to see more for Death Stranding. I think people are very excited about the game because it's Hideo Kojima, and Kojima has a very solid track record, but I need to see gameplay before I'm absolutely sold on this game. You can weird me out all you like, and that'll draw me in, but you gotta keep me in with actual gameplay. So, I think Sony's gearing up for a pretty interesting but a pretty safe E3. Like I said, they are ahead of the pack right now. They don't really have to do anything to super wow people. It's really at this point just fan service, you know, catering to that 80 million plus user base that you have on your system. The PlayStation 4 is going to continue to sell, along with the PlayStation 4 Pro. There's an excellent backlog of games to play on the system. But I think that current console owners are looking forward to new experiences, and really that's all Sony has to do. Talk about the games we know about, showcase the games we know about, throw in a couple surprises, and I think it'll be a very solid E3 for Sony this year. So those are my thoughts on what Sony needs to do at E3 2018. Pretty much stay the course, you know, stay par for the course. Just keep going in a positive direction, but show some games, show some actual gameplay, and get gamers excited for the rest of the year and beyond. Well, that's all I really have to say about Sony's press conference. Let me know in the comments section down below what you expect to see from Sony. Do you think there'll be any big bombshells, maybe any IPs returning that we haven't been thinking about? Could there be a new Jak and Daxter or Ratchet and Clank? Let me know in the comments section down below, and thank you for checking out this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe and turn on notifications. There's going to be all sorts of crazy E3 stuff once E3 starts on this channel. Plus, I'm always doing reviews of PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch stuff, retro stuff, a lot of stuff here on the world of RGT85. And if you really enjoyed this video, be sure to check out all the links in the description box down below. We got Patreon, t-shirts, social media, all sorts of ways to keep up to date with the ever-growing world of RGT85. And I will catch you guys on the next video. Later.
Alright, let's see. Who else put out new videos? Metal Jesus Rocks. Let's see what he... Oh, I saw that one. Let's see what Dick Basucci says. Hi, Gravy.
Skip it up and down. So just a couple days ago, EA and DICE released the Battlefield 5 reveal trailer. And from a technical standpoint, you know, the trailer is all in-engine, in-game footage, and it looks very impressive. You know, it looks like it's going to run at a solid 60 frames per second. The visuals were gorgeous. I was really impressed with what they did technically. But when it comes to the Battlefield 5 reveal trailer, this is where people begin to lose their minds. So the trailer starts off and we see a woman, which already people had a problem with. We'll get to that in a minute. And she has like a metal prosthetic arm. And she gets, what seems like she gets shot down. and then you see some firefights going on inside a house. Then all of a sudden we're introduced to her again. It seems like she jumped out of a window from the house that you thought she got shot down in, and they show her shooting down some other people outside for a second. Then it switches over to a male soldier. He's in the middle of some firefights, and then he's getting choked out by an enemy soldier. Then we see the woman again, and she ends up saving this male soldier's life. And that's the trailer in a nutshell.
I agree.
Of course, because of the fact that there was a woman in a World War II video game, people started crying, saying it was historically inaccurate. These are some of the comments I saw under the YouTube reveal trailer for Battlefield 5. First off, in the comment section of the Battlefield 5 reveal trailer, you had everyone and their mother writing #NotMyBattlefield, but beyond that, here come the tears. One YouTube user wrote, "For those of you planning to pre-order this abomination, question, where has your soul gone?"
Wow, I see the amount of dislikes that reminds me of something.
Fortnite characters, speed of Overwatch, and also feminism? How did we come here from Battlefield 1? #NotMyBattlefield. Just came back here to check the dislike bar. Doing good. Soyfield V for vagina. Not my battlefield, no woman in World War II. Now, of course, EA and DICE responded to all this negativity, and they posted something on the Battlefield 5 official Twitter account. This is what they had to say. "We treat history with great respect, as we did before with Battlefield 1942 and Battlefield 1. With that, we also wanted to empower player choice, diversity, and inclusion, so our players can fully customize the way that they want their soldiers to look and play." Glad you liked it. The female soldier in the key arc portrays an unseen and untold perspective of World War II that is often overlooked. Also, DICE executive producer Alexander Grondel made a comment about the whole Battlefield 5 fiasco on Twitter as well. This is what he had to say. "We will always put fun over authentic. This is what we have always done with Battlefield games." Do you realize that developers can't win either way? They can't. Do you realize that? If they included no women in Battlefield 5, you would have the entire SJW community crying that EA and DICE, they're sexist, they're another AAA developer that has no respect for women, and there would have been an outcry from the SJW community, and there would have been articles talking about that, and we would have seen a whole negative campaign regarding Battlefield 5 saying that DICE and EA are sexist because there's no women in Battlefield 5. I'm telling you that's exactly what would happen. But now, because they're including women and they're trying to appease that camp, you have everybody on the other side of the fence that's like, "I want historical accuracy, and this is not historical, this didn't happen in World War II. What the hell is going on, EA? What are you, succumbing to SJWs?" And all those people on that side of the fence now are freaking out because EA and DICE are trying to make everybody happy. And guess what, EA and DICE? You can't, because no matter what choice you make, you're always going to have someone crying on either side of the fence. And it pisses me the hell off. This is why, for years upon years, I was one of the more vocal critics about Anita Sarkeesian. Because I knew all the bullshit that she was spewing, how she took games out of context and tried to find sexism in games where it did not exist, that I knew it was going to polarize the gaming community and divide them, and that's exactly what it did, and mostly because of her actions. Not just her, but she committed the lion's share of why all this bullshit is going on. Now look at the byproduct. Every time, now developers desperately have to try to make the entire gaming community happy, and no matter what they do, they can't get it right, and they're always going to piss someone off, and there's always going to be some major outcry, and that's what's happening with Battlefield 5. But to all the people looking for historical accuracy in a video game, who gives a flying fuck? It's a fucking video game. Play it. If you think it's fun, play it. If you don't want to be a woman, make your character be a male. Oh my God. You want historical accuracy from World War II? Go watch goddamn documentaries. It's a video game. You play it for fun. They're trying to get as big of an audience as possible. If you don't like that there's women in it, either don't buy it or don't play it. But you crying all over social media just makes you look like a goddamn moron. Look at where we are in 2018. That people are more concerned about arguing their political viewpoints and going after each other on social media than actually playing the games that they're fighting over. What the hell happened, man? I don't even feel like in 2015 it was this bad. Look, I used to be a small part of this problem too, and I kind of regret it. I remember there was an Assassin's Creed game made a few years ago or a couple years ago, And I believe there was a trend, don't quote me on this, but it was something along these lines. There was a transgender character in the game. And I think that I remember complaining about it, saying, why, what's the point, blah, 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 blah. You know, and bringing up someone's sexuality in a game like that, I kind of still, to a small degree, stand by it, because I'm not playing an Assassin's Creed game well at all, because I don't really like Assassin's Creed games. When I'm playing a game like that, I don't, even if it was like a straight characters or gay characters, whatever I don't care. I'm not there to play a game for those reasons, and I'm not there to find out about someone's, you know, sexuality or sexual preference or gender identity, whatever the case may be. But me making us think about it like I did back in the day was dumb. And honestly, I wouldn't have made the same stink about it now. But to see people this angry about Battlefield 5, about something that doesn't even really affect the gameplay at all, you just don't have to be a woman in the damn game. I don't know. It's just frustrating, man. I feel like the whole gaming community is getting more immature and regressing. Look, I don't like political correctness either, but I also don't like when people overreact to things that really aren't a big deal. And the fact that there are females in Battlefield 5, yes, I understand that isn't really what happened in World War II, and the fact that people are losing their minds over it is absolutely ridiculous. There's much more important things in life than crying about the fact that a World War II game isn't 100% historically accurate. Get over it, get a life, and find something more important to complain about. This is Rich, Review Tech USA, signing out. Have a good one.
Moving forward, you're going to see improvements to our service, like enhanced background checks, 24/7 customer support, better pickups, and ride quality. And you've got my word that we're charting an even better road for Uber and for those that rely on us every day.
You know, when I got into college, I wanted to do porn, but I was told I was too fat, and that my manhood was too small. So, that never happened. No, what happened with the Nintendo Switch in Japan? Why not? Alright, stop. Alright, I get it. Stop. Alright, stop! Stop! I love you too. Stop!
Skip it up and down.
So a few weeks ago, I made a video talking about how outgoing Nintendo President Tatsumi Kimishima said this about the Nintendo 3DS. Given that the Nintendo Switch is a home gaming system that can be taken on the go, this situation may change if it grows from being a one-per-household system to a one-per-person system. But the price of the Nintendo Switch is not something with which most parents would buy a system for every one of their children in a short period of time. Moving forward, we will work to ascertain what kinds of play people want at which price points. And as long as there is such a demand, we will continue to sell the Nintendo 3DS system. I see the product coexisting with Nintendo Switch at this point in time. Well, now it seems, at least in Japan, Nintendo is trying to make the Nintendo Switch a one-per-person console. In Japan, Nintendo just released a Switch bundle that doesn't include the dock. It just comes with the console, 2 Joy-Cons, and the 2 Joy-Con straps. And it sells for 24,980 yen, which equates to about $220 US as of the making of this video. So if you're in Japan and don't care about playing the Nintendo Switch on a TV, you could save yourself about $72 US, which isn't that bad. But of course, Nintendo is, as always, pulling a Nintendo with the dockless Nintendo Switch bundle because it doesn't come with a power adapter. Because, you know, it's not important. You don't need to charge your system and power it up or anything like that. You know, who needs a power adapter? Now Now, the Verge article I'll have linked below in the description just says, hey, just go out and buy a generic USB-C adapter and charge your Switch that way. Don't listen to them. That is a terrible idea. People have been burning out their Nintendo Switches using third-party adapters and docks. Only buy first-party accessories for your Nintendo Switch, which, you know, kind of makes this Nintendo Switch dockless deal in Japan, because you have to go out and buy a first-party adapter from Nintendo, not really that good of a deal. As of now, if you go over to bestbuy.com to buy the first-party Nintendo Switch power adapter, will cost you $26.99 US. So if you factor in you have to go out and buy a Nintendo Switch adapter, because this dockless bundle in Japan doesn't come with a power adapter, you're only saving about 44 or 45 bucks. Now, many people are speculating as to why Nintendo is coming out with a dockless Nintendo Switch bundle in Japan, and The Verge says they think it's because in Japan, a lot of Japanese homes only have one television. So Nintendo's thought process in Japan is, most people in Japanese homes only have one TV, so let's sell a dockless Nintendo Switch bundle to try to get more Switches in these Japanese homes, even though Japanese homes only have one television. But let's not include a power adapter. I don't understand that thought process, Nintendo. They have to charge the system. You know the system is very sensitive to third-party power adapters being used on it. And you don't include a power adapter in the stockless bundle, so you're going to have a bunch of fried Switches. Okay, so whatever. Rant done on the dockless Nintendo Switch bundle in Japan. If they included a power adapter, it would be a fairly good deal. I don't think it is a good deal. There's my 2 cents on that. But let's talk about the big picture here. You see what Nintendo's trying to do in Japan, right? They're probably testing this out in Japan, and if it sells well there, they'll probably bring it to other markets. They're trying to make the Nintendo Switch affordable so they can make it become that one per person system, not that one per household system. And if it sells well, even though at that price point with no power adapter, I don't see it doing that, this will be the beginning of the end for the Nintendo 3DS. Because let's keep it real. Let's think about it right now. If they were hell-bent on keeping the 3DS relevant, why would you even sell this bundle? Why would you try to make the Nintendo Switch solely portable? Nintendo already has a portable Nintendo 3DS system. Why sell a dockless Nintendo Switch to basically compete with their own product? That's because they know that the Nintendo 3DS's days are numbered. It's an old piece of hardware, and they see the Nintendo Switch replacing that. Now, do I see this Nintendo Switch bundle like instantly killing the Nintendo 3DS or even slowly killing it? No. One, the price point of it sucks, especially because, again, it doesn't include a power adapter. I can't let that go. And 2, as of now, it's only being sold in Japan. So let's not have a funeral procession for the Nintendo 3DS just yet. But combining together what outgoing Nintendo president Tatsumi Kimishima said just a few weeks ago about how they'll consider getting rid of the Nintendo 3DS if the Switch becomes a one per person system, with the fact they're even experimenting with selling a dockless Nintendo Switch bundle, it makes you think and reconfirms that eventually the Nintendo 3DS will become obsolete and Nintendo will solely focus on the Nintendo Switch. This is Rich Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one.
Show me the movies.
Thanks for the invite.
Hi, Steve. Bro, nobody puts TV in a corner. Yeah. Oh, yeah, movie lover.
Download the Atom app and get $5 off your first ticket.
Download the free Atom Tickets app to
Thunder. Thundercats Roar. So Thundercats Roar was announced. It's coming to Cartoon Network. And it wasn't received that well. So it's a, now this is a style, I guess, I'm not familiar with on Cartoon Network. You look at me like, I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what to talk about. I don't watch Cartoon Network stuff. So you can tell me like what cartoon style is based on. But Thundercats Roar looks like a more comedic look and take on Thundercats. Yep, they are puffy, non-cat looking creatures that are anthropomorphic. They have all the same characters. You got Snarp in there. You got Wily Cat, Wily Kit. Those characters. You got Panthro and Chitara and what's the guy with the whip called?
I should know that. I don't. Besides Lino, and of course you have the villains there. So it looks like it's faithful in terms of the characters. Like that's proper. There was a little, I guess the intro was released. The intro of the show. They had them. Yeah. Like the animation itself looks good. Like it looks pretty good. Looks like it's hand drawn. Looks like it. I mean, it obviously could be faking it with CG, but it looks like it's hand drawn. It looks like it's kind of following the story. Like they go out on the planet and whatever else they fight off Mumra. So that's all fine and good. I guess there's been backlash though against people who actually grew up with Thundercats, and it's like, what the hell is this? And that was one of the same ways. All you tweeted was they don't like cats at all. They just don't. So it's almost like you're losing that part of it. But to me, it's not so much the issue with the artistic style, which I don't. If that's what's the popular style on these Cartoon Network shows, you can explain it to me. These sort of.
There's nothing to explain. It's just the current. It's a current popular style.
It's just sort of, I guess, more kiddie style, exaggerated body parts, or.
There have been popular styles in anime. There was a specific style that was popular in the 90s. There's various types of animation styles that have been more popular throughout the United States. I mean, yeah, it looks samey, and I'm not a fan of it, but it's just a fucking style of animation.
Sure.
That's Jesus Christ. That's all it is.
That's one thing. Okay, I'm looking at a bunch of other ones here. That's the one thing. The other thing, though, is that is now what is the tone of this? How far removed is the tone of this show versus the original or the 2011 iteration? And that's what I think bothered me the most, because obviously this is a totally different tone, and it's obviously going to be for a different audience, a younger audience. So yeah, even looking at they released, people went nuts when they saw they released the image, like the poster image, and yeah, it's all exaggerated. It's the same characters though. There's Panthro, there's the lizard guy, I forget his name, Chitara, the beat guy. I used to have some of the toys, but I only have like 3 of the toys. They're expensive. I wanted them since I had Boardwalk actually. I wanted a couple. There was a stand with candy, and then they had Thundercats figures for some reason. So I was like, oh my god, Thundercats. Anyway. So my point about when you're doing these remakes or reboots is that there's almost, if you're going to be so off in terms of the tone, why bother dredging up the old property versus starting a new one? Because you're not going to attract any younger people who didn't grow up with the Thundercats necessarily, because they didn't hear about it. You're only going to potentially risk really pissing off people that might have looked into it if it was in the same style or in the same tone. So it's a huge risk in gambit, and it could be something that a lot of people are turned off and won't even check it out, even if it's quality. They're going to be like, I'm not even going to get on board with this, because this is going to be a joke. It's going to treat a franchise I love like an absolute joke. And that's more the sentiment that I've seen, at least I've taken away from this, from Thundercats Roar. It could be a fun show. It absolutely could be an entertaining show. It could be fun and goofy and everything else, but to a lot of people, that's not why they like Thundercats. It just isn't.
Counterpoints. The reason why they do reboots is because they don't have to create any new characters. They already have.
Okay, I understand. Yeah.
They get the structure.
They have something that's been well established.
They have an established structure. They have an established characters. They have good guys. They have bad guys. That's why it's simple. These cartoons are mostly there to sell toys, sell merchandise, to entertain. Kids aren't going to be interested because they don't know the Thundercats, but that's the same as starting fresh with a new. With a new property. So why wouldn't they go back and grab something that they've already worked on? It makes sense. These are for kids. The fact that we have an attachment to them is fine. Really, they don't need to worry about pissing off adult fans. They don't. They need something that works for kids.
So isn't that an indictment of the state of children's entertainment?
Sure.
I mean, a huge indictment, because
it's also an indictment of us being way too fucking attached to the Thundercats.
Hey, I love the Thundercats. I'm not getting in a tizzy because of this. I'll just never watch it probably, or I'll check out the little, I'll see the little toys, like, okay, that's cute.
And that's exactly it.
But these were when we grew up with these cartoons, they weren't quote unquote for kids necessarily. They were, adults could watch them. Adults could watch Transformers or G.I. Joe or Thundercats or even Mask, because they had adult-looking characters and a lot of times mature themes in some of these episodes. Especially in stuff like G.I. Joe. I'm not as familiar with Transformers, but some of this stuff was pretty heady back then. So I guess it's an indictment on not trusting kids to be able to handle the same sort of entertainment that we did. And that is a back in my day thing, because it absolutely is, because
But that's not to say that this Thundercats won't do the same thing. Shows like Adventure Time and regular show look like kids stuff and are made for kids, but also deal with petty themes and relationships and death. And it's just a different era. I can't fault them for falling back on something that's been used before because it's already in the pop culture lexicon and it's already there ready for them to use, and they need to make more children's shows. I'm tired of adults acting like everything has to be protected for them when we live in a commercial society and this sort of shit's just gonna happen. We can't keep gatekeeping stuff for kids. These TV shows are becoming like comic books where this stuff just gets reused over and over. Fresh iterations are gonna come out. Some are gonna suck, some aren't gonna suck. And this is just how it is. We have what we like. We don't have to like every version of it. And we have to realize that sometimes they're gonna take the easier way out. Without even seeing this, some people can be sick of the art style, and that's totally understandable. But without seeing how they attack this, you can't say anything about the story based on an art style.
So is this going to be potentially turned into something like with the next generation of My Little Pony, where it's like you have the original version, they have a new version that's totally different in tone, but now you capture it for the younger generation, so at least you're passing it on.
Right, exactly. I don't know.
I just think it's strange to use Thundercats to do this. I think it is. I just think it's not you couldn't come up with something in this vein. It comes back to laziness. Let's not create our own characters. Let's not try to build our own world. Let's get probably people that are. I think that one of the showrunners I saw was actually really a huge Thundercats fan, is familiar with it. So stories are pre-written. Interactions are basically pre-written. Personalities are pre-written. Most of the work is done for you. Coming up with the characters, it's done. It's finished.
Well, then, I mean, at this point, we're all assuming that the story's going to be shit, and we don't know that.
Oh, I didn't say anything about the story.
Well, if the story's good, then really it doesn't really matter what it looks like.
I'm just saying the tone has turned off people, and like
What tone? We don't know what the tone is beyond the picture.
Beyond the pictures and the intro video is going to be comedic first and foremost. And while the cartoon obviously had comedic elements with snark and everything else, interactions, there was always comedic elements that even Transformers or G.I. Joe or to Mask, that was always secondary to, the action, the actual plot. God, I haven't watched Thundercats in so long. I still love that show.
I never liked it, so I have no real interest in this either.
Well, the animation was beautiful. Out of all those cartoons in the 80s, you could argue Thundercats was arguably like one of the best animation of all.
Sure, it probably was
fantastic back then. They only did, I think, a couple seasons. Let's see that. People were saying, well, you didn't watch the 2011 version.
Yes, and I also agree with that. People want to get high and mighty on it. Well, where were you the last time it happened? And I know Cartoon Network put it in a shitty slot, but they probably would not have put it in a shitty slot if anyone had turned in for the first 10 episodes of it, which wasn't in a shitty slot.
Or maybe it didn't sell enough toys and they buried it.
Right. So
But that's not a good excuse to get rid of a show selling toys, at least to me. Yes, they're related, I get that, but...
Or no one tuned in.
Or both. Or... I think I watched 1 or 2 episodes of Thundercats.
And people had that shot. And if this one doesn't succeed, then great, they failed again. And if it does succeed, and it succeeds because they sold toys, then they succeeded in their mission.
What if people watch the 2011 TV series and still don't like this? You can't assume that no one watched the 2011 series.
No, Bonnie did. I mean, people did, but it got... All I'm saying is it doesn't fucking matter.
Sure. I just think people would rather I think people were pissed that version wasn't continued.
Well, people were, because in hindsight, everyone, there were people who watched it then, and I had a bunch of people in the store who told me it was good. And I watched a little bit of it, and it was. But there's no guarantee that if they brought it back like that, it would do any better than this.
Sure.
What is their actual target market? Is it going to reach what they want it to reach? If it does, then congrats. And if it doesn't reach you, and they don't care, then fuck off.
How many Thundercats episodes were there now? I did not know there were that many. I thought maybe it was on for 5 years. 85 through 89. Okay. I thought it was on for a couple of years. I don't remember watching it for that long. Wow. That's more than they had G.I. Joe episodes, 130 episodes. Wow.
It's depressing when people like Pixel Dan try to talk about it and have like an adult conversation about it on Twitter, and he just, he can't. He has to sign off because he can't handle all the frickin' negativity surrounding it.
Sure. like you could, like I said, I don't have this.
It's gross. It's fucking garbage.
Maybe people are just being toxic about it and being
Yeah,
like,
just being
ruined my
worst.
childhood.
Yeah.
Well, 130 episodes. I gotta watch something. I've probably only seen about 30 or so episodes. It was not like on my rotation like G.I. Joe was, or even He-Man back in the day. Oh, okay, it was 4 seasons. Was there a final episode? There's got to be a final episode. Yes, I think there was a final episode. Cool. They presented a somewhat legitimate finale for the complete series, so that's good. Because fucking didn't get that with G.I. Joe. That's for damn sure. So, yeah, don't piss me off about that. Your shitty fucking movie ending and going to Dick and screwing over Sunbow Animation. Sorry. The Dick G.I. Joe ones are horrendous compared to the Marvel Sunbow ones. Like, they're awful. Sorry. Alright, so I probably will just check it out of curiosity, but it's not like I'm not really the Cartoon Network humor type no matter what. So, alright.
At Beauty Rest, we don't just make mattresses so you can get better sleep. We make them so you can be more awake. This memoir.
Alright, I'm turning it off. I'm not really that high. Oh, here we go. I think I'm getting high now. There we go. Okay. This is Dragon Lord Frodo, and I approve this message. Thanks in advance for watching this.